Schwab Network.
All right, stocks got 20 minutes left, trying and climb a few more points. 53.80 would be a victorious way to finish the week for S&Ps. For Bitcoin, though, it seems like its victorious finish may have left us a few hours ago. Phil Streible joining us from Blue Line Futures. What's up, Phil? What's going on?
I see you already got the Bears playoff beard growing in. I think it looks beautiful on you.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, you excited to see Caleb Williams take some snaps?
I know. I can't wait, man. I mean, it's like, Chicago's such a tough city, though, when it comes to sports. I mean, he's one interception, and oh man, you're getting toasted like the markets this week.
Hey, you're not even here anymore, Phil. So, let me know if you're around for the game, though. We appreciate the camaraderie from Florida.
I hear you. So, hey, just something to point out, 1 week performance, worst futures contract out there, worst performing futures contract over 1 week, the volatility index down 7%. Starting off the week, you wouldn't have thought that whatsoever. So it's interesting the way things have evolved over this week. And I thought that things would come full course. You did mention Bitcoin. It was a really ugly Monday with that sell-off. 50,000 held. We've been kind of grinding our way higher. There was a gap on the chart from August 2nd to August 5th. We filled that here today, but we've got a lot more work to do if we're going to be constructive to the upside. You got to take out the 50-day moving average, 64,500, and then we really got to get above 67,000 in order to just neutralize the trend. If you look at Bitcoin over the last few months, though, it really hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah, that's, I think, a good way to describe it. Neutralize the trend, right? To at least get back to equilibrium, because it seems like we got stuck in the gap from last weekend. That's basically where we've been now all day here. It seems like 63 and beyond is like off limits at the moment.
Yeah. And then something shifting gears a little bit is, with the U.S. equity markets coming back the way they are and a lot of risk assets and proxies, things like Bitcoin. I saw Goldman Sachs released a study this week saying that since 1980, if you buy the 5% dip from the cycle highs, so the S&P 500, it just made its contract highs a couple weeks ago. We fall 5%. You buy that, you hold on for 3 months. 84% of the time, it's ended up retracing that 5% and up an additional percent. So the return's been about 6%. So really interesting. I think a lot of people that, once the shock and awe of that carry trade being unwound, they started to come into the market as dip buyers. And I think that they're holding strong right now.
What was your thought on kind of the VIX move that we've been looking at here to 20? It seems like the one way to frame all this is whether or not we get stuck up here, or if this was a one-time fluke. Because if it was just like a yen trade blow-up, someone lost their hat and there was a domino effect, then we could be back at VIX 12 in a week. But if it's like structural underpinnings, economy going to recession, totally different story.
Yeah, we have a lot coming out next week with PPI, CPI, retail sales, claims, industrial, production, University of Michigan consumer and inflation data. So I think that the data is really going to be what determines it. I think if we see some more normalized data where we're getting a little bit hotter and things like that, and then it proves that the Fed was right all this time, then I think that the VIX starts to come down. It's interesting how we're begging for weaker data 1 week, stronger data the next. And you look at the CME's Fed Watch tool, it's about 50-50 at that September meeting, whether they do 50 basis point cut or 25.
Yeah, the market turned pretty quickly from its conviction it was going to be definitely 50. It's kind of sad. It seems we're still like moving with the equity market, we drop off and then they've got to do emergency cut. People screaming for it on Monday. Stocks, break even on the week, and suddenly, all right, 25 basis points is actually okay. Thank goodness these people don't make our policy.
Oh, man, we'd be all over the place. It'd be quite volatile, But one other thing to note, I know you wanted to mention crude oil real quick.
Tell me about it.
Crude oil futures close in the week right near these highs. It's made a great comeback. I think a lot of geopolitical tensions are out there. A lot of people are anticipating the last time we saw the Olympics end, that was when Russia invaded Ukraine. We're kind of thinking that the same thing. Once the Olympics are done, everyone goes home. That's when Iran makes its move. So I think a lot of geopolitical buying. And then if you look at the inventory data, we've had 5 straight weeks of EIA inventory drawdowns. So structurally, we're getting a little bit tighter out there.
All right, let's go back to talking about the Bears. You're scaring me with the Iran stuff. But no, you might have a point. I mean, everybody said that was when crude was supposed to take off once it landed on their soil, and it landed. So, I mean, is that just going to go, unanswered? It seems a little, curious that we're still kind of mired in this weak crude regime.
Yeah, now I got one guarantee for you. The Bears are going to win 99-2 tomorrow.
All right. Great to see you, Phil. Have a great weekend, sir. Appreciate that.
Take care.
You're the man, Phil Streible, Chief Market Strategist at Blue Line Futures.